Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with Mr. J's Comic Reviews.
What's up, guys?
We've been doing a lot of videos together. It's almost like you're going to be my Robin very soon.
Pretty much. But I'm telling you, I will upgrade to Nightwing eventually. Just saying. I will not. I refuse to wear the short shorts forever.
Anyway, so yeah, we've got a lot of questions. I was going to do a last call video, but I just didn't have time for it. Anyway, so we're going to answer the questions we have. Also, in the event that I missed a question, it may be because of YouTube has edited it out or marked as spam. So I do apologize if I didn't answer your question. It's because, well, YouTube's fault. Also, that dude, that whatever that's making that sound is killing me.
That's my laptop fan. Sorry. There we go. That should fix it after the fan stops. But
yeah. Anyway, so you want to get in? Let's get into this. Okay, Taj Harrison asks, how do you think Finn would react to how the world was before the Great Mushroom War? I would not be surprised if we got that in an actual episode, like Finn time travels backwards and sees the world before the Mushroom War.
I think he'd freak out. I mean, it really depends on how far back, because we didn't actually get to see if there were there were humans at that time. I would actually want to see how he'd react to that. Because we got to see a little bit of that little alternate timeline episode.
Yeah, which, by the way, that alternate time, did that not remind you of Old Man Logan?
Yes, it did.
I'm serious. Like, there's a gang that antagonizes a family. Guy doesn't want to do anything. Like, they must have looked at Old Man Logan and been like, you know what? Let's take a little from this. So I think it would be a cool episode, like Finn time travels backwards in time, and what happens is, like, he meets Simon.
Yeah, like, for a second time, but actually, like, in the past.
Yeah, like Simon in the past, and he teams up with him to get back to the future, and they have to use 4.5 million gigawatts.
I think it would be really interesting if, in this episode, if they did time travel back, and he meets Simon and Marceline while they're still traveling together, and this is actually where Marceline gets her axe from. Because if you remember, Marceline said her axe was in Finn's treehouse, and so maybe in some weird twist of fate, Finn and Jake live in the treehouse for a reason. They like doing those weird connections.
Yeah, recently in the recent season, they've done that. Yeah, so thank you for that question, Taj Harrison. Next comes King Nazaru, and he asks, what do you think if Finn and Jake ran into the main characters of Rosario Vampire? Basically, have you ever seen Rosario plus Vampire?
No, I haven't. I've heard good things, but I haven't actually seen it.
You see, I've watched it, but I can't get into it. The reason being is because I can't stand the main character, Skune. Because he falls into the same harem tropes every time. And they have it on Netflix. They have the show on Netflix. Problem is, like, I can't stand Rosario plus Vampire. Because the other characters are interesting. The problem is that Skune himself falls into the same, oh, there's so many girls, what do I do? It's not like I can pull my pants down and go to town on them. Yeah, so...
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I'm gonna have to check that out and see what I think.
I have no comment because I'm not the... if you like Rosario... If anyone out there watches this, if you guys watch Rosario plus Vampire, totally fine. No ill will against you. Me personally, I can't get into it. Which is weird, too, because I think the only harem anime I can stand is Tenchi.
Yeah. I actually never really thought about Tenchi as a harem anime until I really thought about it.
Yeah, and the thing is like, Tenchi has a lot of character growth. That's the difference. It's character development, and all the female characters are expanded upon.
Yep.
Anyway.
And it's not always just about, getting in Tenchi's parents.
Yeah. Anyway, so I can't believe we went into that rant, so thank you for that question, King Nazaru. Next question comes from Sci-Fi Geek 398, and he asked, "Do you have any expectations for the upcoming episodes with Finn's father?" A lot.
I'm calling it right now. I'm going Billy. I really think it's Billy.
No, Billy's dead. Billy's body got overtaken by the Lich, and they had to destroy it. Remember?
Oh yeah, that is true. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking. I don't know. I just keep clinging to this thing where it's possibly Billy, and I'm thinking that Susan could be his mother. I don't know. It's weird. But I think honestly what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you'd think they'd bring back Susan Strong by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe not his mother, but I think it's more of his sister.
Yeah, I just know in the back of my head somehow that they're related.
Yeah.
And only Finn knows if she's a fish person or not, because she let him feel under her hat.
Yeah.
So, we don't know.
Anyway, so, I've got very high expectations. Don't get up!
Yeah, that was a huge bomb they dropped at the end of this season.
Yeah. Well, at least now it confirms that, he's not, the Lich is not his father. Those rumors are torpedoed.
Yep. And now we know that, it has to be, I honestly think it's somebody that was good friends with Joshua the dog. Because otherwise, why would Joshua take in a random human?
Well, his wife was the reason for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Either. Dang.
Yeah, so Sci-Fi Freak, think of that question. Mitch Meister asks, when should the Lich return, and when he does, do you think he should be allied with Marceline's father or be a rival to him in world destruction? You see, here's the thing. Hudson Avadir, he doesn't, okay, he looks like he wants to eat souls and all that. More so, he just looks like a regular dad. He just wants to stay in the underworld and all that. He doesn't, unless he has to be brought out of the underworld to do any evil.
Yeah, I honestly think that Marceline's dad is more like the Hades role. Is that, he has his kingdom and he'll do what he needs to do in his kingdom, but I feel like he's the type of person that's, got the bad, I can tell he's got, the bad end of a deal, and that's the reason why he has something against the surface world, but he won't do anything unless brought out, like you said.
Yeah, he can't leave that world, that's the thing, and I think he's just more than content with staying down there and ruining.
He even tried to convince Marceline to, take over the family business and all that.
Yeah, and when he did, all he did was just, sit and eat nachos.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't really call him evil. More so, what's the word I'm looking for, Jay?
I would go with, using, a D&D term. I think he's more of, a chaotic neutral kind of.
Yeah. Now, getting on to the Lich, I definitely believe he's going to come back.
There's no way in hell that he's permanently gone. He's too big of a threat.
Yeah. And when he comes back, every time the Lich every time, we saw the Lich, it was always something this is going to kill the world.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think it's going to be one of those, if Finn's dad is alive, I have a feeling that, when Finn and his father, granted, if he's still alive, get to know each other and actually, bond, I have a feeling that, their big climactic moment will be a father-son team-up against the Lich.
Yeah. That's the other thing, how long is his father going to be around the whole season, or are we going to, if the Lich comes back in that episode, is that going to be, Finn is going to see his father get killed right in front of him?
Oh, man. They better not pull a freaking Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah. Pendleton Ward. The job, I'm gonna call it right now. Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time, is the Stephen Moffat of animation.
Pretty much.
On the grounds of, he makes you care about a character that rips out your heart with feels.
Mm-hmm. It really, you can't get attached. It's like watching Game of Thrones. You don't want to get attached to characters because somehow something's gonna happen.
Yeah. And not so much dying, but more something's gonna happen to them.
Yeah, something's gonna happen to their character, change them in a way. This guy is the person who made us actually care about the fucking Ice King.
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's like, oh, the Ice King, he's so funny. Oh, emotional kick to the balls.
Yeah. Oh, he saved the world from absolute destruction.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that question, Mitch Meister. Next comes John Kramer. I hope I'm saying that last name right. And he asks, what character in Adventure Time can you best relate to? I don't know.
It's a tough one. I'd have to say, I would say for me, Marceline, because I'm into music and I myself I'm a musician. I play guitar a little bit, and I can relate to the whole, using lyrics to dance and all that stuff. So I'd say Marceline for me.
All right. I really don't have one. I do not have one, sadly. So yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't really can find a character I can relate to. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you for that question. Jason Turley asks, do you think Goliad and Stormo will make a reappearance? And will Goliad destroy the Candy Kingdom? I really want Goliad to come back. That made a very interesting villain. It was kind of like Ultron.
Yeah, cause how she was manipulating all the people with mind control and everything.
No,
honestly,
like it's
it
like
would be really cool bringing up Finn's dad again if Stormo does come back, because the whole thing about Stormo technically being Finn's son.
Yeah, and well, I kind of made that comparison with Goliad and Ultron. Is like, here's a scientist who creates something that turns against them.
Yeah.
And thinks, and you could easily say, oh, it's the Frankenstein thing. But here's the other. But here's what I wanted to add with the Ultron Goliad comparison. They think they can run it better.
Mm-hmm.
With Goliad, I would like to see Goliad come back. I think it would make a very interesting story. Because again, it seems like a lot of the major creations Bubblegum makes turn out to be the worst villains.
Yep.
Goliad and Lemon Grab.
Yep. And Lemon Grab is really, like, that dude is crazy as fuck. He ate himself.
Yeah. I still kind of laugh when that guy tried to escape in that Lemon Hope episode where he.
Oh my god.
I'm going to eat you. Wrong. I did it.
The flute, Lemon Hope. The flute, play it now. Oh man, I love that episode. So out there.
Yeah. So thank you for that question. Moving on to Nobody's he asks, what if Deadpool and Phil Coulson ended up in the land of Ooh and had to team up with Finn and Jake?
I'm pretty sure Deadpool would make several comments about the fact that he's probably tripping on various drugs right now.
Yeah.
To be a land full of talking candy.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I did run into a fan fiction where Coulson found his way into Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's just like, this is new. Where he doesn't like, oh my god, what is this world? He's like, oh, this is new.
What I think would be interesting is Doctor Strange stumbling into Ooh.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It's a weird pair of Marvel characters, Coulson and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying. Anyway.
I wonder if Deadpool would try to manipulate himself to follow, like, Ooh physics logic, if there is such thing as physics in Ooh.
Very little. But I could definitely see, like, Deadpool being like, there's no rules! Put your mask back on! There's one rule!
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, so thank you for that question, Nobodies. Next comes Alistair Boneman. He asks, okay, here's my question. If you were to make a superhero team with any character from Adventure Time, what would you make up that team and what roles would they play? Leader, medic, tech guy, slick guy. Well, basically, like, if we were to make, like, an Avengers team out of Adventure Time characters, what would you make? I'll go first.
Okay.
Finn, Jake, Marceline, Bubblegum with some kind of super armor, because you know she probably built that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Susan, and Flame Princess. There you go.
I'd go with Finn, Flame Princess. I'd go also with hold on a second. I'd go with Ice King. Or actually no. I'd go with like kind of I'd go with intermediate Simon. That's not like entirely crazy but can use ice magic. Marceline. I wouldn't go with Bubblegum as my tech person. I think I would go with somebody like, hold on a second. I would actually think that I would like to see Science the Rat back in action doing something.
Yeah.
Because Science the Rat saved people from the zombie apocalypse. So you never know.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I think that would be a team right there of, Marceline and Bubblegum and, of course Finn would be the leader. But I don't know, what would be the other members for this team? Stormo would be cool. Spruce Goose. On the sole ground of it. Oh, and I don't know why, but actually it's kind of funny that, let me bring this up real quick. It's kind of funny because there is a Adventure Time graphic novel out right now called it's something to do with the princesses, and it's basically what it is Lumpy Space Princess along with like Muscle Princess and Ghost Princess and all of them together trapped in virtual reality and fighting their way through it. And I was damn near close to buying it, but stuff. Yeah. And then there was another graphic novel that came out called Marceline Seeing Red, which had Marceline and Jake going into the underworld to find her guitar. And
I saw that one. I almost bought that too.
Yeah, and it's supposed to have like something to do with her past. Like I didn't read through it, but someone said, "Oh, it has something to do with her mother." That's what I heard so far. Anyways, thank you for that question, Alistair. Next comes Aaron Izzard, who asks, what is your opinion on the Mushroom War theory, and do you think it's possible in the continuity of the show? Well, I think it's very possible that, yeah, the Mushroom War was probably a magical nuclear holocaust.
I could definitely see that, especially after seeing, like, the Slime Princess Wastelands that looks exactly like kind of toxic waste type of thing going on there.
Yeah. And also, during that alternate universe that Finn was in, we saw the Lich kind of drop this bomb on everything.
Yeah, that looked like a new... Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's very possible. Anyway, so thank you for that question, Aaron Izzard. Next comes Travis Rendon, who asks, if Adventure Time characters ever made a parody of Skyrim for a 2-part episode in which Finn was the Dragonborn, how would you react to the whole episode? I'd love it.
I would definitely love that. I mean, but I swear, if they just overkill it on the arrows to the knee jokes, I would kind of scratch my head at that.
Yeah.
Because I am tired of seeing arrows to the knee memes.
I once told an arrow to the knee joke. Then I too took an arrow to the knee. I'm surprised no one's made an arrow to the knee joke in Arrow.
I'm waiting. See, and that's why I'm waiting for that too. I'm waiting for that. Like maybe if like things really get serious with him and Sarah, they're gonna make an arrow to the knee joke.
No. What I think is like what I mean is like I haven't seen a meme of that yet.
Oh, there aren't any memes. Wow.
As far as I've seen,
I'm gonna search through Tumblr later and see if I can find anything.
Because I haven't found, like, maybe there are out there, I just haven't found them because the only time I look at memes is when I'm scrolling through the internet and they just randomly show up.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna look through Tumblr tonight and I'm gonna see if I can find it.
I'm pretty sure it's out there, I just haven't looked. Anyway, thank you for that question, Travis. Next comes Marcus Keener, who asks, how would the characters from Adventure Time handle meeting the Predator, Aliens, TMNT, and Doctor Who?
So in which order do you want to answer this?
Let's go off with Doctor Who first.
Okay.
How would Adventure Time handle Doctor Who?
I think the Doctor would try and help Simon for one, because I feel like Simon himself reminds, like, you know, without the crown, Simon himself kind of is Doctor-ish. So I think that, you know, the Doctor would find kind of a kindred spirit with Simon.
Yeah. I know.
Or maybe he'd work with Betty. Because I kind of want to know what's going on with Betty now that she's in present time.
Yeah. I think another thing is, with the Doctor, I think he would, be the last man on Earth, and I think he just would just be surprised of what came after Earth.
Yeah, that is very true. I wonder how the Adventure Time crew would handle Daleks.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Yeah. So TMNT, what do you think the Ninja Turtles would think? Adventure Time and Ninja Turtles be like?
First of all, I think Mikey would go on an eating spree and try and devour the subjects of the Candy Kingdom.
They'd be like, dudes, we've died and gone to candy heaven.
Exactly. Donnie would have a major crush on bubblegum.
Depending on which turtles you have.
Yeah. I'm saying if it's Nickelodeon Turtles, I definitely would ship Donnie and bubblegum because I think that as soon as he sees her lab and the equipment and all the stuff that she does and the creations that she puts together, Donnie would he'd fall head over heels for bubblegum.
Yeah.
Raph would just be the complacent one as always. It's okay, can we get the hell out of here, please?
Yeah, I think he would like to hang out with Marceline, though.
Yeah.
I can definitely see Raph kicking it with Marcy.
I think Leo and Finn would trade sword tips.
Yeah.
And then Splinter, where would Splinter fit in on this? I feel like Splinter would just kind of try and keep them in check.
Yeah, dude, it'd be funny, Finn and being trained by Splinter.
Oh, that would be so cool.
What would April and Casey think? Oh, it'd be so hilarious, a fight between Finn and Casey.
Dude, it's Finn is just oh my god, other humans! That one's a girl! Hey buddy, she's taken.
Oh no, you don't, Tiny.
Now, Predator. That's a tough one.
I don't know, Predator comes down to Earth, starts hunting people. The thing is, if he shoots Marceline, she's just gonna get right back up.
Yep.
Because I have found nothing that can kill her except sunlight.
And even that to an extent, as long as, for some reason, if she wears a sun hat, she's okay.
Yeah, it's almost like she's Alucard power level.
Pretty much. She just doesn't have her own cool... Well, actually, she does have her own cool theme music. What am I talking about? Never mind. Yeah, she's pretty much a female Alucard.
And some people kind of theorize that Marceline is more powerful than she lets on.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, they have kind of alluded to that she has familiars.
Yep, and if she goes through that, and if she does do that full transformation thing that she did when Finn and Jake went to Nidosphere to rescue her, she was powerful as hell.
Yeah.
So I think it would really just depend on who the Predator tries to go against first. I think Finn would put up a decent fight and eventually figure out its weakness or its blind spot, I guess, and exploit that. Is killing Jake possible? I mean, he's kind of rubber, made of rubber. I mean, it's shown that he can be poisoned and stuff, but he figured out a way around that.
Yeah. I don't know. Aliens, that'd be interesting. Like bubblegum finds like an old temple that's filled with eggs.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Candy morphs.
Oh man.
Xenomorph version. That'd be hilarious and creepy at the same time. Like they're candy versions of Alien.
That would be really creepy, actually.
And like when they stick their tongue out, it's like a thing of licorice.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
I've just created a fan fiction, oh god.
I'm pretty sure someone's going to steal that, and you'll see that on fanfic in the morning, I swear.
Yeah. So thank you for that question, Marcus. Moving on to Death Christ 2000. I saw this question, if given Cartel Blanche, how would you end the series? I was meaning to look into it, I just didn't have enough time. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to look into it. Oh, actually, no, I did look into it. It looked very cool. I just don't know how I'd end the series. Unfortunately, so yeah. Sorry for that, Death Christ. I just don't know how to end this because I did see it, and I did actually look into it, but I just don't like. It's interesting. I'll give you that. Anyway, thank you for that question, Death Christ. Next comes Andre Partridge, who asks, do you think that Fiona and Cake and all the other gender-bent characters will cross over in the main universe in the near future, and if so, how would the regular cast of Adventure Time handle the other gender versions? The thing is that that Pendleton Ward's very against crossovers. So I don't know. I mean, it is his own universe, but the thing is, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, because I mean, we've seen countless times of Ice King trying to bring them into, the regular Adventure Time universe, but he's always failed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that would happen, but if that did, I think it would be interesting. But I feel like Jake would try and destroy Cake. Let's face it, even if they're gender opposites, it's a dog and a cat. They're not going to get along. I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of weird because I feel like Fiona and Finn would have, like, would it be weird if they actually started to like each other, even though they're like other dimensional opposite gender versions of themselves?
I don't know. The thing is, like, would that be considered masturbation?
That's what I'm saying.
If you love yourself, is that what it's called?
Exactly. We kind of talked about this in one of the fanfics that you're working on too, as a possibility for one of the characters. So we don't know. Would that classify as masturbation? Fucking yourself, even though it's literally fucking yourself.
Yeah. That's something to sit and simmer about. Anyway.
Yeah. Just think about that for a second, guys. Just let that sink in.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that question, Andre. Next comes Electric1995, and he asks, do you think we would ever see any of the other kingdoms in the Land of Ooh? And if so, what kind of kingdoms would you like to see? Well, we've seen Fire Kingdom, we've seen Candy Kingdom, and we've seen Slime Kingdom.
And the Ice Kingdom.
Yeah, and the Lumpy Space Dimension. What other kingdoms do you think would be out there?
I don't know. Is there a medical kingdom? Because Dr. Princess would come from, like, I'd like to see, like, an entire school, entire medical school, different specialties. Is there a does Wizard City technically count as Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Okay, so that's a kingdom too. Let's see, what is the other princesses? Where the hell does Hot Dog Princess come from?
I don't know.
I don't know what other kingdom I'd like to see. I'd like to actually go back to the Goblin Kingdom and explore that a little bit more. I like those episodes.
Yeah. I'd like to see, like, maybe Machine Kingdom.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because we got to see, like, the Demo Factory.
Yeah. So
but I'd like to see an actual kingdom of machines.
Like one of the Moes, went rogue and created his own kingdom. He's kind of like a Brainiac or Ultron type character now.
Oh, that would be cool. And then he like, actually like hacks into Nemo.
Yeah, and he's got like the Borg or Cybermen mentality.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like everything needs to be a machine, so he's going around assimilating people.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be like kind of like Skynet.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Anyway, thank you for that question, Electric 1995. Lack Ono asks, do you think Finn's going to lose his arm in this season? Okay, here's the thing. I've always wanted to bring this up. In every future version or alternate universe version, you always see Finn with his arm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like, dude?
I think that's predestined because even in his past life, when they showed him as Shogo lost her arm.
Yeah.
Or is it Shogo or is it Shoko? However you pronounce
Yeah, it's Shoko.
You gotta know what I'm talking about.
It's Shoko. Yeah, Shoko. In his past life, he was Shoko. He had a robotic limb, and in all of his future incarnations, he had a robotic limb. So I would not be surprised somewhere in this season or
even in like the Pillow world, he had like a pillow arm.
Yeah. And even in the Adventure Time comics, when they went into the future, he had a robotic limb. Mm-hmm. So I would not be surprised if he gets a robotic limb this season or in the foreseeable future.
You know what would be interesting that I wouldn't actually put past Pendleton Ward for doing? If they pull a Darth Vader, and maybe he's not the Lich, but maybe Finn's dad is a bad guy, and he pulls a Darth Vader. Cuts off his arm.
Yeah, or the Lich comes back and slices his arm off.
Yep.
Or no, better yet, it's like Evil Dead.
Oh man.
Where Finn has to take a sword and cut off his arm.
Or like Idle Hands, like the Lich just possesses his hand.
Or like he tries to seep into his body and it's spreading up his arm and into his body, so he has to cut off his limb. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah.
So thank you for that question.
I really think that he'd lose his arm.
Yeah. So thank you for that question. Next comes from the Omnitron12345, and he asks, if you could have Finn and Jake team up with any barbarian or sci-fi character like Conan or Flash Gordon, who would it be and why do you think their reactions would be in the Land of Ooh? It's actually kind of funny because I talked about it when I did these. I have this segment called "What Would It Be Like?" What would they think of one another? And I had one where what would Finn and Jake think of He-Man?
Huh. He-Man and Battle Cat.
Yeah. You see, I think if they met someone like Conan or something, it'd be like, oh, an actual hero. I don't know, what barbarian or future type character would you want them to meet?
Would Lion-O count as a barbarian type character?
I don't know. Definitely science fiction.
Okay, then I'll go with Lion-O and the rest of the Thundercats, because I mean it's still within the realm of the kingdom-based thing. But I'd actually, as much as people give the remake crap, I'd like to see them in like the recent remake version with all the different kingdoms, because I think Finn and Jake would kind of be used to that kind of system.
Yeah.
The different kingdoms and the different classes and stuff, but this would be all animals. I think Jake would be interested to see the dog kingdom, and the dogs are crazy as fuck in the remake.
Yeah. It sucks too because I wanted them. If they got a second season, I wanted them to do like from the Wildstorm comics, Dober Lord. No, he was awesome. Like he took down both Lion-O and Mum-Ra with like real ease.
Yeah, I think that would be cool too. Seriously though, Jake meeting the Dog Kingdom, I think Jake would definitely own a lot of the people in the Dog Kingdom.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be cool. I think it would be cool for them to meet He-Man. I guess he counts as a barbarian character, or science fiction at least. And also, how cool would it be to see Finn punch Skeletor?
Dude, yes.
Taste my justice, fiend! boom.
And then it's just like, you know, he sees Hardjack, and it's like, how are you a villain? You have a heart on your chest.
Dude, you lose like 30 villain points for that heart on your chest. Don't mock me.
It's like, you look like a Care Bear.
Yeah.
Like a rejected Care Bear.
Anyway, thank you for that question, Omnitron. Next comes JP King 92. Hope I'm saying that right. And he asks, if the Fire Kingdom and the Candy Kingdom were to go to war, which side do you think would win and why? Well, the Candy Kingdom looks like it's technologically advanced, but the Fire Kingdom looks like it has a lot of firepower.
Yeah, they'd have, like, I think the Fire Kingdom has the advantage in raw power, but in terms of defenses, with the Gumball guards and stuff, I think that that's where the Candy Kingdom would, like, get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because they would outlast the Fire Kingdom, in my opinion.
And we could actually see that because Flame Princess and Princess Bubblegum don't like each other that much.
You know?
Yeah, so this is a tough one. So that would be a tough one. But I think, like, in terms of the initial assault, Flame Princess and the Fire Kingdom would be going at it. But I think like you said, the Candy Kingdom would outlast them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you for that question. Next comes from Zach the Thunder King, and he asks, "What are your top 5 favorite episodes?" Oh,
that's hard.
Because I can't think of that on the fly, dude.
Off the top of my head, I can name some that I really like, but I can't really. I don't think I'd consider them a top 5. But I definitely want to say, one of my favorite episodes is the one where Marceline talks about her days with Simon. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Actually, most of the episodes with Simon I consider my favorite episodes.
Yeah, the Simon-centric episodes are really good. Especially, like we said, Simon and Marcy. That's a good one. Who knew listening to the theme from Cheers would make you cry?
I know. I was like, whoa, this is way more sad than it was on TV.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got away with doing the Cheers theme.
I'm pretty sure the creators saw the episode and it made them cry too, so they let it pass.
Yeah. I don't know, like, again, the Marceline episodes are good too.
Yeah, the Marceline episodes are good too.
Also,
one of my favorite Marceline ones is the one where they try to open the magic door.
Yeah. Also known as that one episode that launched the 1,000 ships.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I'm convinced at this point that that's going to happen soon. No, really, I support the whole Marceline Bubblegum thing, so I'm convinced that's going. And
I could definitely see that because I mean they've showed, like, going back to the Simon and Marcy episode, they've shown that Bubblegum has kind of been looking out for Marceline since the jump. If you really go by that theory that pink stuff was actually early Bubblegum.
I can believe that. Yeah, I could totes believe that.
Yeah. So I could definitely ship Marceline and Bubblegum.
Yeah.
I like their team up episode.
Yeah. Also, kind of added more to the shipping.
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, and I heard this somewhere that there was some edited out footage of them actually, kissing at the end.
Huh.
I don't know why that was again, that's a rumor that it was that there was like a small kiss between Marcy and Bubblegum, but that was cut out.
It's probably the Cartoon Network whole, quote-unquote family-friendly thing. But then again, there are, like, drug references thrown left and right in this show, so I don't understand.
Yeah, and regular show gets away with a lot.
Yep, it does get away with a lot.
Yeah. I may actually, speaking of cartoon, I may do a Steven Universe Q&A soon.
Oh, cool. But expect me on that one also, because I really like that show. I did not expect to like it, but I really like it.
Yeah, screw Uncle Grandpa or Clarence. I'm sticking with Steven Universe and Adventures.
Oh my god, don't get me started on fucking Clarence. That his voice already sounds annoying as fuck.
Like every time Clarence talks in these promos, I want to punch him.
Exactly.
Like, I want to physically hurt you.
But Steven, I think the thing with that sold me on Steven Universe is the kick-ass music. But then again, when I looked it up, it's one of the writers from Adventure Time. It's the main chick who does the songs for Adventure Time.
Yeah, she was also the one that was responsible for launching said ships. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
Yeah. So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Thank you for that question. Next question for Zach the Thunder King. Next comes from Dungeon Gamer 876, and he asks, if you were to somehow travel into the Adventure Time universe, what do you think would occur? And basically, what would we do in the Adventure Time universe? Is what he's asking.
What would I do in the Adventure Time universe? Well, first of all, I would go to Spruce Goose and buy a whole bunch of shit. I'd buy his entire stock and just mess around and do things.
I don't know. There's no real safe place in Adventure Time in the world in the land of Ooh.
There isn't. No, not at all.
It's kind of the problem.
I would actually like to hang out with the Minotaur guy and get some spaghetti, because I wanted, like, literally when I saw that episode, I really wanted some spaghetti after that.
Alright, yeah, so I don't know what I'd do. I'd just be like, can I find a way back, please? Alright, so next question comes from Black Squirt Boys. Back Squirt Boys. What if Deadpool, Godzilla, Doctor Who, Stanley, TMNT, Vegeta, and the Gargoyles all teamed up with Finn and Jake? Awesomeness.
That's just one word. Epic. Epic.
Yeah.
All that needs to be said.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all I can say. Sorry for that short answer, but yeah. IGKP asks, do you think Princess Bubblegum is evil?
That's a hard... define evil, because I think that she kind of suffers from what I like to call Batman syndrome. Because if you think about it, look at Batman. One of the biggest heroes in comic books. He makes all his villains. None of his villains are made on their own. He makes all his villains, minus Bane. He makes all his villains.
Well, more so 90% of his villains, but and the other thing is that you don't know her personality. She can sometimes do the coldest thing or the nicest thing.
Like, she was, in that one episode, she was more than willing to let James get killed, but at the end you find out that she was willing to let James get killed because she could easily just bring him back. Yeah.
Nate, I could see her she's more like an Ozymandias type evil, if you wanted to classify. She's more like Ozymandias. Yeah. Like, I could definitely see her blowing up Ooh just to rebuild it.
For the greater good. Like, let's say somebody like the Lich kind of does his whole magical nuclear holocaust thing. If Bubblegum could find a way to blow Ooh up to destroy the Lich forever and rebuild it again, to make it a safer place, she'd do it.
Yeah. No discussion. Just do it. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, her logic overpowers her reason. So she's not really necessarily evil. But I could see her trying to do the right thing for all the wrong. What's the word I'm looking for here, Jay?
It's more like that phrase. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's just like she might mean well, and then all this, like, the end result of her actions, ends up being a bad thing. I mean, look at Goliath.
Yeah.
So, we all saw how well that turned out.
Exactly. That did not turn out well at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. So next comes more crossovers, who asks, what crossovers that don't make sense would you like to see on Adventure Time? I don't know.
What would I like to see? Crossovers that don't make sense. Well, we already talked about TMNT. Power Rangers in the land of Ooh. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the land of Ooh.
The Gumball Zord.
Yes. Yes. That's a thing. Somebody make a fanfiction about it and then send me the link.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Ghostbusters in Adventure Time.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense. That actually makes sense.
Okay, Mars Attacks Adventure Time.
There you go.
Which again, you know, hey, I know they're under Boom Studios, but hey, I'm still hoping that IDW does that Mars Attacks Cartoon Network, because we're getting that 6-part crossover with all their other stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. Anyway, let me just look through the questions. Here's another one. What would Ice King think? What would the Ice King think of Mr. Freeze?
I think they would really connect because both of them have sad-ass backstories.
Yeah.
They both have technically lost a wife.
Yeah. Here's actually the thing. I actually tried to do make an audio drama of Batman at Adventure Time, but nothing worked. You know, all the voice actors were going on their own thing and stuff like that. And yeah, it just kind of fell apart. The main story was that Ice King decides to pop out of his universe. He steals something. He steals like a device that Bubblegum invents and travels out of his universe and into Gotham City, and he runs into Ice King. And Ice King kind of manipulates him into working for him in Gotham, like be his cohort. And Finn and Jake, Marceline and Princess Bubblegum and Lumpy Space Princess go to Gotham to find him. Yeah, and there was going to be a fight between Batman and Marceline. And also, there was going to be a line where, you know, Lumpy Space Princess makes Batman feel uncomfortable. He's like, I don't want these lumps, B-man. And Batman just goes, ugh.
I'd actually like to see Kurt Langstrom versus Marceline.
Yeah. But yeah, there was going to be a fight between Batman and Marceline in this audio drama. Stuff like that. But the main focus was going to be Ice King and Mr. Freeze. But like you said, they have a lot in common. They both lost a significant other and all that.
Mm-hmm. And they both have really fucked up, like, past. Like, both their pasts are just really fucked up.
Yeah. I can even see, like, when Ice King looks at Nora and is like, hey, you got yourself a nice hottie here. Don't you touch her.
Oh, man. It's like, oh, you're into capturing princesses, too?
She is the only princess I ever need.
Like, oh, man. I think that'd be an interesting match. I honestly think that another cool, going back to random crossovers that don't make sense, Frozen and Adventure Time.
Elsa and Ice King hanging out.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Or, you know, here's another one that would not make. Well, I can't believe we're backtracking on this question, but here's one. The Hobbit and Adventure Time with Smaug.
I think that would be pretty epic. Finn versus Smaug.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh, he's not the real Smaug. He's a clone that Bubblegum made because the other one fucking died. Anyway, so thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. Who gave me that question? Trying to look because I lost my place here. Sorry. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost that question for the Ice King and... Jerkwater100. Thank you for that question, Jerkwater100. Let's see, because now I'm all fucked up. ActionFan19 asks, could you see yourself being friends with Marceline?
Oh yeah. Like I said, Marceline is the character one of the characters of Adventure Time I relate to the most. I could definitely hang out with Marceline.
Yeah, I could be friends with Marceline. Just I don't want to wear a red shirt. It would suck. You know, I saw this hilarious fan art pic. I can't remember where I found. I think it was DeviantArt of Marceline tackling a red shirt from Star Trek and draining all the red out of him. Out of his shirt and be like,
that's so funny.
Like she tackles him. He's like, "Get it off me, Captain."
Oh man, I feel like it wouldn't hurt though because it's just draining the color. She's not really like attacking.
Well, they don't know that. They don't know that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, thank you for that question, ActionFan19. Robert Larson asks, what would happen in a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac Adventure Time crossover?
World ending.
That would be insane. I don't know. The thing is, like, how would Johnny get to the Land of Oo?
I don't know. I just know that the end results would not be very pretty.
Yeah. There'd be blood and shit everywhere. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Robert Larson. We can't think of one. Anyway, thank you for that question, though. Next comes BooRat1, and he asks, if they made an Adventure Time movie for theaters, how would you like to see it? Live action, CGI animated, a hybrid of the two, or a slightly higher budgeted version of the normal Penn Ward style? The last one with Penn... I want to see that, not in the CGI or live action. I want to see it, like, normal animation, but with a little higher budget to it.
Yeah, because, I mean, whatever happened to like, actual animated movies?
Yeah.
I want that to come back.
So, yeah, I don't know how much it would make in the theaters.
I'm pretty sure it would a lot like, Princess and the Frog. It wouldn't do that well in theaters, but it would make a killing on DVD sales.
Yeah. Although, it's the same thing with, like, when, little Brony logic here, when Equestria Girls came out.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, that didn't do as well in the theaters as it did with the like the DVD sales, and I think toy sales would be a big factor as well too.
Yeah. Well, the thing was with Equestria Girls was I actually, when they announced it was going to be in the same day as Superman, as Man of Steel, I actually had a little thought in my head of, man, wouldn't it be a weird world we lived in if that beat out Man of Steel for the weekend?
That would be hilarious as fuck. I would just laugh at myself and just be like, ha, you see that, Zack Snyder? Bro needs YouTube.
Yeah. I really, now, like, well, I don't know what the plot would be, though.
That's a tough one. Because
like, if it was
they've explored a lot of plots already on Adventure Time, like the TV show itself.
Yeah. I think what it would be, the best we're going to get is an hour-long TV special. That's about it for a movie.
Yeah. I think a good one is actually like a whole movie about the Great Mushroom War.
Like how this should...
Like how it actually happened.
I would like to see a movie that just centers around... Actually, I had this whole story in my head of a new villain that comes from the underworld, and he just starts wrecking shit, left and right. And I would have it that it's Marceline's brother. He's just here to wreck shit, and he wants to... like, his whole end game is bring the dead world into the real world. But the thing is, then you run into the whole, oh, he's Loki.
I think that would be really cool, because it would be kind of like a... sort of like the L.T. Gray Day of the Dead episode, if you guys have seen... anyone who watches L.T. Gray, the Dia de los Muertos episode, something like that would be a cool thing for Martian Thunder to do.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I don't know, like, in the movie, you have to do something epic. You have to do some epic stuff and epic reveals, or even, like, would they be willing to kill characters off?
I think if they did the whole underworld thing as a backdrop, I think a cool, like a little epic team up would be actually, since it's the line between afterlife and present life are blurred. If Finn actually gets to team up with Joshua the dog.
Yeah, or Shoko, or his past life, Shoko.
Oh yeah, or Shoko. That would be cool too.
Yeah, Finn teaming up with his past life would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Although it makes you think, if they came in contact with each other, would they just absorb each other?
No, they're two. It's like the Doctor meeting a version of himself.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's actually going to sidetracking real quick. I recently read a fan fiction that was a Avatar fan fiction that was kind of like Day of the Doctor, and it had Aang and Korra meet for the first time, and Korra looks at Aang, and she's like, "Oh man, that is proper bald. Was I really that short in my past life?" And then Roku comes in and he looks at, "Are you the Avatar's friends? They always get younger all the time." And they show off their bending like, "No. Yeah. You're me? Yeah. Am I having a midlife crisis?"
That's so... I want to see that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to see more of Finn's past lives too.
But we saw glimpses that they weren't that interesting. Other than Shoko, they were stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I would like to see that movie. So, next comes Wolfman the Impaler, and he asks, which of Finn's swords is your favorite? I actually kind of dig the grass blade right now.
Yeah, me too, because it's really cool, because it's just it's kind of almost symbiote-ish in a way.
I compared it to the Witchblade.
Oh, I can see that too.
Yeah. It just kind of it's there, right there, on his wrist. Wink.
Mm-hmm. It's really convenient because he doesn't have to worry about losing it or whipping it out or somebody knocking it out of his hand.
Yeah.
But if I had to go with a second favorite, I'd go with the blood sword.
Yeah, the blood sword was cool. Too bad that got wrecked.
Yeah.
But no, I'm keeping the grass blade.
Yeah. The cursed grass blade was my favorite as well.
Yeah. Second favorite question, Wolfman. The Spawn 117 asks, what do you think of a Marvel Army of Darkness Marvel Zombies Adventure Time crossover? Okay, real quick. I would have it that maybe Ash is fighting the zombies and they stumble into the Land of Oo. That's the best way I could describe it.
I can see that. I'd actually like to see the Marvel zombies and Ash and the Army of Darkness going, with Finn fighting the Army of Candy zombies from the one episode.
Yeah. No, I think it would be better is just having Ash in the Land of Oo by himself.
That could be fun too.
Yeah, fighting the demon, fighting Deadite Candy. Yeah, and Finn using the boomstick.
Dude.
Or the chainsaw.
I feel like Finn would have a lot more fun with this.
Yeah. Oh, so that's your weapon, huh? What's it do? It goes boom.
It's just show me. And then he just demonstrates. It's oh my god, that is cool.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for that question, Spawn117. Next comes Carlotta Studios, who asks, now, before we get into this, Jay, have you ever watched Stormhawks?
Yeah, I've seen Stormhawks.
Okay, because that's what we're getting right here. Carlotta Studio asks, what do you think would happen if Adventure Time made a crossover with Stormhawks?
I think Finn would be really. I think Bubblegum actually would be really, fascinated by the whole crystal technology and like their vehicles.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think how it would go is like maybe again this would be Ice King's doing where rips a hole into the universe, captures Piper, and thinks she's a princess and takes her away. And that hole keeps getting that rip in their universe keeps getting bigger and bigger, and is merging Oo and Atmos together.
Yeah, because I could definitely see Ice King causing this to try and bring Fiona and Kate from their dimension into Oo.
Yeah, and accidentally lead to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that would
wait a minute. Is it? Oh, okay, I was gonna say the Stormhawks is owned by DC. Never mind. I was gonna say that could possibly happen. I was like, wait, no, it's not.
No, Stormhawks isn't owned by DC.
It's not owned by DC.
No, it's not even a DC property.
I thought I could have sworn I saw some Stormhawks comics under DC.
No.
Never mind then.
Yeah, anyway. It'd be cool. I mean, Finn and Arrow meeting would be a lot of fun. I think Arrow would be like a cool inspiration for Finn. Like, whoa, I want to grow up to be you.
Yep, and I think that would kind of, like, inspire Finn to kind of make him, like, actually establish... I mean, I know he has his set friends, but I think it would be cool for him to actually establish a legit team. Kind of like we talked about in the earlier question.
Yeah. Yeah, like he gets inspired to make his own team to protect Oo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he should know by now that he can't do it by himself.
Yeah. Him and Jake can't do it by themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, Finn and Marceline. Oh, it'd be also great because there's a Finn on Stormhawks as well.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny, like Arrow calls out to Finn, he's like, Finn, and both of them ask, what? Huh?
Isn't Finn is the blonde guy, right?
Yeah, Finn's the blonde.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so it'd be hilarious, like, Finn calls out to either Finn, he's like, hey Finn, are you over here? Yeah? What?
It's like, no, I'm over here. It's not you, Finn, the other Finn.
Well, which Finn are you looking for? The blonde one. We're both blonde.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Hat from now on. You are Hat.
No, he's like, Finn with the hat. Like, how are you going to distinguish this? You're the Finn with the crossbow.
Okay, that's fine. I can accept that.
Let's see, like, who else would be a cool meeting between the two?
I think Piper and Bubblegum would be cool.
Yeah, Piper and Bubblegum would be a lot of fun. I could see definitely Master Cyclonus trying to get the power of the Lich. Yeah, try to absorb that into herself. It kind of making it worse.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there you go. There's just a little bit of what we'd like to do. So thank you for that question, Carlotta Studios. Finally, Austin Stack, who asks, if there were to be a Batman Adventure Time crossover, how would you like to see it done, story-wise and villain-wise? We kind of went over this already.
I know. Yeah, like they said, the Ice King Mr. Freeze thing, I think that would be like the best, like the ideal Adventure Time crossover.
Yeah. Now, actually, let's do a little fun with this. How about if there was a sequel?
I actually would like to see Ice King and Poison Ivy.
No. Here's something better. Like the Lich makes the Joker his avatar.
Oh my god, dude, that is perfect. I would watch this in a heartbeat. This could be an Adventure Time movie. Shit.
Yeah. Like they're both under Warner Brothers. Just saying.
Yeah. No. Just hint, nudge, nudge. I mean, that would be even more badass than Return of the Joker, and Return of the Joker kind of tried to do that with the Joker coming back in a different body.
Yeah, like maybe the Lich is trying to get into another universe, and he uses Joker's body.
Exactly. Yeah, like how he had that dimensional magic with the prism guy who granted him the wish.
Yeah.
Maybe he breaks through to that dimension and kind of tears a hole. Maybe his whole body can't make it through the portal, So he kind of just does his whole thing where he transfers his essence into a creature, and the closest thing to the Lich in this universe is the Joker.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. And also, this time, Batman and Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Again, I would, and it wouldn't be like Batman and Tim or Batman and Dick. It would be Batman and Damian and Ooh.
Yeah. Or better yet, like, Finn pretends to be Robin.
No.
He's like,
Finn just dressed up in a Robin outfit.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe, oh, this would be even crazier, like, Ra's al Ghul brings the Lich into the DC universe.
Oh man, that would be cool. Because if you think about it, like, if you see, remember his, you know, the Lich's well of power, that looked a lot like the Lazarus pit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe, you know, the Lazarus pit in the Ooh dimension is actually the Lich's well of power. So, you know, toss the Lich into the Lazarus pit, he gets into his, like, ultimate form and
just wrecks shit.
Just gets wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
That was a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun. That'd be... You know what would be kind of fun? Like, Finn's trying to try on different Robin costumes, and he goes through all the different Robin costumes through the ages.
Uh-huh. That would be interesting. It's like, hey, I noticed last time you didn't have a sidekick, so, yeah. Can I, like, audition or something?
Yeah. Dude, that'd be great. Like, Jake makes fun of his He's like, nice tights, dude.
It's like, dude, you, short shorts and you, yeah, that doesn't mix.
Yeah. I could see, like, Finn trying to put on the Tim Drake costume.
Yep.
Or, no, you could have Robin in this sequel. It's like, we didn't meet before. I'm Robin.
It's like, oh, man, and Finn is just in the Robin out. Just like, oh, man.
Man, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's our Q&A.
Alright. Yeah, definitely check out my channel, guys.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much our Q&A. I do apologize if I missed any questions, probably because YouTube didn't bring them up, so I deeply apologize for that. But for the most part, yeah. Anyway, I want to thank Mr. J for joining me on this review.
No problem, man. It was fun, as always.
And yeah, you guys tell us what do you... I hope you guys enjoyed this more or less. So yeah, we're out.
Alright, peace.